What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Cork to Glory. This is episode number 12. And we're starting today's episode off with an academy update as it's the first of the month as we begin August. As you can see, a few players near to look okay. McMullen probably has the most potential, or so the potential range seems. And also McLaughlin, who ironically is the lowest rated at just 43 overall. And our fixtures for August as well, as you can see, 5 more games in League 2, including Shrewsbury Town, Plymouth Argyle, Tractor Boys, Oxford United, and also Colchester, who came with us via the playoffs last season, plus the Carabao Cup first round away at the Championship side Middlesbrough at the Riverside Stadium. You saw us sell Doyle there, he's gone. Hurley's transfer talks broke down, and that's our third choice left back now. And we've got around $500,000 in our budget right now as we have yet another bid for Hurley. Reject this bid for Galvin. We really like Galvin, so Galvin's staying, but accept this bid for Hurley as Northampton Town. Cobblers, no really, put a bid in of $250,000, and we accept this one straight off the bat. Now these third choice left back. And a scouting update as well, our first scouting updates of the new season, including our first ever 4-star, 5-star batch here from Reese Press, our Welsh scout, who of course picked up in the season opener. So far, no one, I think, from Scotland made the cut, I don't think. And there was one Welsh player which we'll continue scouting on. But from Ireland, as you can see, our first 4-star, 5-star batch of scouting here. I'm a little bit disappointed. I mean, I don't know whether it was just like having really high ambition, but yeah, I thought possibly we'd get like a couple of superstars in the very first batch of scouting. Look, it's 1 month out of 9. Maybe I'm jumping the gun a little bit here, but to be fair, Jack McCluskey looks alright, right midfielder. We did say we wanted some wide players as well as strikers as well. He's got some decent base stats. The low work rates will definitely need to be improved on. I like to get him quicker as well. So we put him in our academy, 58 overall, 17 years old. I'm going to train him up in the, is it the wide midfielder development plan? Yes, that'll get his acceleration up. Some passing stats as well. And also increase that attacking work rate. Because low work rates, ugh, honestly, that is just not my sort of player, as you know. So, yeah, he gets into the academy, but yeah. We're disappointed, but it's 1 month out of 9. There's plenty more months to go. Still for the first of 5 in today's episode. The first is 6 actually, taking on Shrewsbury Town for our first game in Ireland this season in League 1 at Turner's Cross after winning on the opening day away against Swindon. Obviously, as we know, last season in League 2, it was kind of ironic because I talked about it at the start of the campaign when we began this series off. I wanted to make Turner's Cross like a fortress last season, and again, ironically, we actually had a far better away record than we did at home, but this season I want to flip that. I want to be way better in front of our home crowd. I want to be again, like basically undefeated all season long at Turner's Cross. That would be incredibly hard to do, if not almost impossible, but I'd like to change it this season, have a much better home record, because last year when we went away to England, we almost always won, yet in Ireland it was like 50-50 whether we'd win, draw or lose. But heading into this game against Shrewsbury, we went 2 goals up in the first half, including a first goal for Bell. So good they named him twice on his debut. In fact, it was 3 minutes after the restart, sorry. But yeah, a goal on his debut for Samuel Bell. And I talked about it in the last episode when we picked him up on a free transfer. I am changing his position to striker as Hurley gets sold here to Northampton Town for £250,000. Is it still called Sixfields, Northampton? But yeah, 250 grand as Hurley goes there. I am training Bell to be a striker, and again, I think that will be his best position in this team. You know, he sold about 4 strikers in the last episode. We've got Keenan Davis, the number 9. His contract at the end of the year, he'll probably go in January or possibly even before that, possibly in this window here. We like Ewan Plant, but again, can he cut it in League 1? He could in League 2, but can he League 1? We'll see. But Bell, I must say, in the very first game, he looked very lively indeed. He's got good movement and clearly a good finish on him as well. So he won the opening game in Ireland this year, 2-1. Lost to the Riverside in the Carabao Cup. As I always say, like, I won't take the Carabao Cup or the Papa John's Trophy seriously, of course. How can I take a trophy seriously when it's called Papa John's Trophy? Of course, I'm not going to take those competitions seriously, but I will still play them regardless. Lost, though, by 2 goals to a backup team. Then travelled to Cornwall to take on Plymouth Argyle away from home. And obviously, as we know, since FIFA 16, like, EA have given their game like a major overhaul in the gameplay. It's become a lot more simulation-based and slower-paced than the sort of arcade type of feel it used to be in the years prior to that one. But in this game here, we know that the air allowed to pass the ball around and keep their pass accuracy high. But I couldn't work out whether I was playing Plymouth Argyle or Barcelona, like peak Barcelona, like 2009, 2010 Barcelona. This is ridiculous, man. We were 2 goals down. I literally could not get the ball off them and stop them. They were unbelievable in this match. 6 minutes to go, still trailing by 2. Did grab a route back into the game. Bell once again. I like this Cameroonian kid a lot, man. Makes it 2-1. Second goal in 2. Half deficit, but sadly it was our first league defeat of the season away from home in Cornwall. 2 on the final score. Plymouth get the win, and yeah, our first defeat this season comes at home park in League One. So for our following game here, back to Turner's Cross, back to Ireland again. I mentioned it a moment ago that I want to make this ground a fortress this season. If we can have 0 defeats in 23 in our league games this season, I absolutely love it. So welcome to Tractor Boys from Portman Road, Ipswich Town coming to take us on. 15 minutes in. Have we got a new hero at Cork City? Because we might possibly have one here. Samuel Bell. So good, they named him twice, baby. Another goal. 3 already for our number 29. 1-0 Cork, and 21 minutes in, a chance to make it 2. Lovely through ball. And again, is finishing. So good, man. So clinical. Because he's got the pace. We know he's got the pace like Ewan Plant, but he's got the higher finishing stat than the Plant had due to the higher overall. So, yeah, I gotta say, man, Ewan Plant was our hero last season in front of goal, our top scorer. I think the only player that got into double digits last season, but as Rory Dugan gets his first goal for the club here, 4 minutes before the break, and makes it 3-0. The difference between Plant and Bell is that Bell has got a much better starting finishing stat. So he should finish a lot more of the one-on-one chances that Ewan might have missed last season. So 3-0 Cork, Bell with 2, 1 for Dugan as well, and 20 minutes after the restart. This was a bit of a comical goal here, man, seriously. Ball through to McGlade down left-hand side. We're in the armband in this game. Tries to chip the goalkeeper, but the goalkeeper like pushes the ball into the sky, comes down, drops underneath the crossbar, and then on the man on the line, Bjorta, tried to clear it, could only hit the ball into the back of his own net, and unfortunately went down as an own goal and not one for McGlade. 4-0 the final score, a heck of a response, and one of our best wins of the series so far. Just on fire in that game, to be honest. I woke up feeling dangerous. And following that, we saw Samuel Bell's position change had been complete. We could change him as a striker. After 4 goals in his first 3 games, he jumps up to 63 overall and grows 3 ratings through the position change alone. Yeah, I think I've made the right call there. I know I've made some interesting position changes during this series, because I gotta say, I really like doing it. I love changing the player's position, but for Bell, yeah, striker is definitely his best position. You can see that on the pitch. You can see that over stats here. I've given the poacher development plan. It'll only take him 3 more weeks to grow another rating to 64 overall. So I think we're going to see some really quick progression from Bell this year. And with dynamic potential, touch wood, fingers crossed, who knows, he might become the 2nd player in his team to show great potential. Well, officially 3rd, if you will. So obviously, as we know, Keating lost it, but Keenan gained it. Still following the big win there and the position change as well, we had a goalless draw away at the Kassam against Oxford United, and you would have seen a big bid for Barry Sharkey coming in. Hands off my shark, guys. He's going absolutely nowhere. We love him. He's staying with us. And also Kevin O'Connor's position change also got completed as well. He starts off as a left back in the game, but we play him centre back. He's got holding him as a secondary position as well. But he's a solid centre back, man. He's 6 foot, so he's tall enough, and defensively he's pretty good and very comfortable on the ball and playing out from the back as well. So that took like a year for his position change to be complete, but finally is, as he becomes an official centre back. And for our final game of today's episode here, Colchester United coming to take us on at Turner's Cross. We aim to make it 3 wins from 3 to start the campaign off here at Ireland. What a start to the game. Dylan McGlade on fire to begin the campaign, but Barry Sharkey, what an assist. But the touch by McGlade, I saw him in the dressing room before we went out there. He was just like lacing his boots with glue. Didn't know why until I saw that first touch there. Extraordinary. That was Ronaldinho-esque. So yeah, 1-0 Cork, McGlade with a goal, Sharkey with his assist, and with a minute and a half to go. Oh yeah, Leo makes it 2-0 Cork City. First of the campaign for Big Leo, our number 5. Love to see it. And it's the 2nd time I've done this as well, guys. If you're not doing this on FIFA, I recommend it. Even if it doesn't work out, it's so much fun. Switch to the receiver on your corners. It's really, really fun just to place the ball angle where you want, put the man where you want, and just float the ball in. Just choose the biggest guy in the box, man, and just put him next to the goalkeeper. It causes chaos. It's class, man. Absolute class. So great start for Cork then. 4 wins in our first 6 games and only the 1 loss. We're right where we want to be in the top 2 right now. We're targeting automatic promotion. Perfect start, well, near perfect start for us, but of course, as we know, there is a long, long way to go. But that went this episode of Cork to Glory, guys. So big thank you for watching. Really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day. And I'll see you for next episode of Cork to Glory featuring Transfer Deadline Day and a new batch of scouting as well. Very soon.